Okay, we had technical diffs this morning, but we're in biz. All right, we're officially jacked into Buffy's Angels, as are you, and the JBs are B, and we're in the house, Buffy's house, 1430 Ravella Drive. I'm Daniel Ehrenberg, and that's Logan Adair, and we're watching two episodes for the first time today. It's a Buffy first date. That's season 7, episode 14, starring Ashanti, and of course Angel Calvary, which I believe is season 4, episode 12, um, in which the big bad of the season is revealed, and it's Cordelia. All right, Logan, how are you feeling?
It really hit me this week for the first time that we're getting close to the end of Buffy.
Yeah, we
We are
really are.
very, like, scarily close.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
I
me sad.
remember. I remember the last 5 aired consecutively over 5 weeks, and we are on the last 7. So like I always think of those 5 as like the end, and we're 2 away from that.
Wait, really?
And you know what? Yeah, and we're gonna hit it next week because we're watching 2 episodes of Buffy next week.
How many are there total? 22?
Yep.
Oh man, I was working with the assumption we were at 24. I don't know why I thought that.
There's
But
never been 24.
yeah, I don't know why I thought that. But we got to 14 and I was like, "Oh man, we got 10 left." And I'm dumb. We have got 7 left now.
Yeah, we're really getting there.
Yeah, and the angel thing really broke my heart.
I know. I
We'll
understand.
talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this first date one, it reminded me of that episode where it ends where everybody's like hooking up with each other, like it's like Harmony and Anya. Because this one,
Uh,
everybody's going on a
the
first
harsh
date.
light of day. Hey, you should end this episode with that song by Blink 182, First Date. In my car, I just can't wait to pick you up on our very first date.
I'll just, you just did it
Is
way
it
better than they
cool if
could.
I hold your hand? Is it wrong if I think it's lame to dance? Do you like my stupid hair? Would you guess that I didn't know what to wear?
Did you study before we came on today? How do you know
No,
every word to first date?
I'm not really sure, but I probably haven't heard that song in 20 years, but I
Oh,
apparently still remember every lyric. I could have kept going, honestly.
that was
Um,
awesome. Yeah, that'll definitely be the outro. I didn't think about that.
all right. Yeah, they're all going on first dates. I love that Xander gets to go on a first date with another demon, another rando demon. It felt real like throwbacky. Like, hey, the show's ending soon. Let's do that one more time. Let's
What was
play
the
the
first?
hits.
Teacher's pet, probably. That was his
Teacher's
first
Pet was the
encounter.
first one, yeah, and then probably Inca Mummy
That's
Girl.
a big one.
Yeah.
Anya, just the whole storyline.
You know what's wild too is his one mortal girlfriend ever was Cordelia, and now she's a demon too.
Well, I would think she didn't really count in well, mortal, I guess, but she's had like
Yeah,
powers this whole time. She's had
she didn't
visions.
when she was with him though.
Right, but since then,
I know.
from what's his face?
Doyle. Don't say
Right.
what's his face.
I know. I'm sorry.
R.I.P. to Doyle,
It's
and
true.
R.I.P. to Glenn Quinn who played Doyle. All right. Let's talk about First Date. This aired Feb 11, 2003. Not a lot going on. The number one movie in America is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, which is terrible, but some people eat it up.
It's
Then
all right.
there's number 2 is a movie we could cover someday, Shanghai Nights. That's the
Mhm.
sequel to Shanghai Noon.
Right.
All right. I think they're Knights because they're in England this time or something. Um, Now, the NBA All Star game happened. The West beat the East. It was one of the great NBA All Star games of all time. This is back when you actually had All Stars playing in them.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
And
shit.
they
Shots
would
fired.
play hard.
Yeah, defense. They might play
uh,
some defense.
right? Well,
They
not
didn't score
really in this
200
game.
points. Oh, okay.
But and it was fun to watch. So the West beat the East in double overtime, one 155 to 145,
I mean, that many
and
points with double overtime. That makes sense.
I know, And our MVP was one of my all-time favorite basketball players.
Duncan.
No,
Oh, who?
KG, Kevin Garnett.
Really? Big KG fan.
Love Kevin Garnett.
Was he on the Timberwolves?
Yeah, he was. Well, I don't know if he was like at this time,
Well,
but
he's playing for the West. I think he went Timberwolves to the Celtics, right?
do you have a run on the Blazers? Did I make that up?
I don't believe that ever happened.
All right, never mind. But anyway,
You're thinking
he
of
was
Cliff Robinson.
no, I'm not. But he was electric. The
Yeah, of
great Kevin Garnett.
course.
Um, all right, this
Great in
episode
Uncut Gems.
he was. You're right. I was pretty excited to see him in that.
I thought he'd be in more movies after that. I was like, we're gonna get more KG acting career. I don't think it ever happened.
No, I guess not. Why can't we put him on like a TV show or something?
Or maybe he is. I don't know. He does a lot of sports talk with Paul Pierce on Instagram. I see that.
Interesting.
He's one of my
Okay.
favorite players because he's like a lot of old. I mean, you don't care about this, but a lot of old basketball players are like upset, like they're like angry in their old age, like I should have made more money or I should have
Yeah.
been this or that. But Kevin Garnett's like all these. There's so many great players in the league. Like he's hyping up all the players, like saying how great of a spot we're in with basketball right now.
He loves basketball.
I love that.
And
Yeah,
that's what I want. Yeah, I feel the same way. It bothers me too. That happens in hockey too. Old pissed off guys.
they're just bitter. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. This episode of Buffy was written by Jane Espenson, and boy, does it feel like it. She's back. She's going old school too. Let me go back to my old style, baby. I'm gonna write Giles like we're doing a band candy or something. And then David Grossman's the director. And let's get into it. Let's hear.
I forgot to check if Frodo
Logan's.
made the Angel episode
No,
or
that's the only,
Gandalf.
the only one Lord of the Ring directed an episode of Angel, and it was, of course, Samwise Gamgee.
Close enough. We've seen how. Here we go. Can I go?
Yeah,
Okay. We saw how Giles lived. He just like grabbed the axe, saved his
yeah.
life. That was pretty cool.
Them
And,
shoes were squeaking.
oh, really? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, he says that it wasn't really a big deal. I heard his shoes squeak, and if you go back and you watch the scene, you could hear the guy's shoes squeak. They set it up.
That was very cute.
Mhm.
He's telling them all, and then he gets tackled. Spike shows up. Spike thinks he's like still on the mission from last episode. Gotta
Right.
touch Giles, see if he's corporeal or whatever. And we mention, oh, there's a new potential. She speaks Cantonese. I don't understand a word you're saying. Chow An.
She was mentioned last week. Remember, like Giles wasn't in town, and they said he was off going, or 2 weeks ago maybe he was off getting Chow on.
Yeah, so here she is.
Yeah.
She's
Mhm.
played by Christy Wu. I didn't look her up. She anybody?
I looked her up. She's not really anybody, but she was like she played like awkward mousy girl or something on Freaks and Geeks.
Wow.
And I thought that was funny because Sarah Hagen, who's another potential, like she was like awkward mousy girl on Freaks and Geeks, but with a name.
Yeah, the same. But she
Yeah.
got credit.
Mhm.
Yeah, shit, Sarah Hagen. And we get the credits, and basically we got the answer right away. We're like, because he tackled Giles. He's like, how'd you tackle me? The chip in your head. And Buffy just tells us that's because that's where we left off last episode was the cliffhanger. And Buffy just tells us, yeah, I decided to take it out. So
Chip's gone. Buffy trusts that soul.
yeah, pretty cool. It makes sense. She says, can't keep him in a muzzle, can't defeat evil by doing evil, obviously. Xander meets a woman. Was Xander working? I didn't understand what was going on here. Or he was just hanging out at a store.
I think he wasn't working because she says you're not wearing like a smock or whatever. And he's like, yeah. But I think what it is he's at Home Depot or something picking up supplies for his construction job.
Does he pay for that? Is that out of his own pocket?
No, I would assume he's got the company credit card.
Oh, company credit card. That's crazy. Maybe buy himself a Coke with the vending machine on the way out.
Sure.
You think?
But be careful, buddy.
And get himself some gas. Fill up the wagon. We meet Lissa is her name. She's looking for some rope. Xander says, maybe for some sexy, funky fun. She chuckled about that. She thought that was good. I don't think you can say that today. I don't think you could like walk up and that'd be your line. Oh, is that for sexy, funky fun? I don't know if that would work. But she has a kayak.
She's trying to she's trying to truss up a kayak, and they have a classic early 2000s meet cute where we're all like, oh, so random.
It is random.
That was the thing we were saying a lot back then. Random.
I never heard of that.
Hmm.
But did you know kayak was one of those palindromes
I
where
never
it's
really
the
thought about it.
same forward and backwards,
I get it. I know what a palindrome is.
like mom or race car? That's my favorite one. You wouldn't think about it, but it is one. Uh, anyway,
Good job.
we go. Oh, so he asked her for coffee. That's where we're gonna go. And then Buffy, she sneaks into Wood's office, and he catches her. What's she looking for? I didn't really know.
I think she was just like,
Clues?
yo, yeah, Woods, we just saw him in the basement with a shuffle the other night. A
Shuffle?
shovel. A shovel. Not
What
an
the
iPod
fuck was
shuffle.
that? That was crazy.
And so we gotta like what's going on with this fucking guy? So
Right.
she goes into his office to try and see if she could find out. And she just misses getting his weird weapons cabinet behind a whiteboard.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say just misses it because even if she saw it, she would have seen the whiteboard and walked away. You know,
You think so? She would have tried to pull it up?
she is smart. She might have. She's familiar with that type of stuff, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. But her excuse is she's looking for folders and mechanical pencils to write on the folders. That was pretty funny.
Right. Right.
And then Wood asked her, "What are you doing tonight?" She's like, "Oh, watching a show about a reality show about a millionaire."
I believe was a Joe Millionaire reference. That was on
I
at
was
the time.
wondering. I
Mm-hmm.
thought maybe Flava Flav is love. Didn't he have a love
I
show?
don't. Yeah, but I don't think you describe
I didn't
that
think so
as.
either,
Yeah,
but that's what
you'd
I
say I'm
thought about.
watching a show about a hype man or a
Or I was thinking
rapper.
maybe The Apprentice.
That wasn't on yet.
Not
That
on yet.
premiered '04, I think.
Crazy.
Mm.
And I thought this was interesting. She says, so he asks her out, and then he says, "This isn't agree to dinner or you don't have a job." And I was thinking, this cast and crew know about that rule. You know, either
Yeah.
go to dinner with me or you're not in the next episode, or else. But she agrees, and then we see him lift up the whiteboard, and it's all knives. Crazy.
Yeah. Lots of fun daggers.
I love a good dagger. You're right. I feel like when I was like 7 and I learned about daggers for the first time, they were my favorite thing. There was like a year of my life where if a dagger, that was like my favorite. I'd pop so hard for a dagger. You
Wow.
know, if I saw a toy one in a store, if I saw one in a movie, a dagger was so
Just like
cool.
small knives.
Yeah, yeah, that was so cool to me. You know, I don't know. Peter
Yeah.
Pan, he had a dagger.
Are you waiting on that's the MCU movie you're looking for? Cloak and Dagger, baby.
I don't know that.
You don't know those characters?
I feel like in the Mummy, whenever they would like kill themselves, they would pull out a dagger.
A lot of daggers in the Mummy franchise. I
Oh,
agree.
holy
Hmm.
shit! But that so she's gonna go to dinner. She tells Willow all about it, and so that'll be fun. We a bidet of evil
Yeah, yeah.
because he's on the top of the Hellmouth.
Right. So
That
now we
was
got
interesting.
two dates. Sanders gonna go out with Ashanti, who, by
Cra-
the way, one of the only singers I've ever covered at a live performance.
What do you mean? Say it again.
What?
One of the singer you've covered at a live performance?
One of the only singers I've ever covered at a live performance.
Oh, you sang
Because
one of her songs?
yeah, when Nathaniel and I were in a band, we did a cover sometimes of "Always on Time" by Ja Rule featuring Ashanti.
And you were Ashanti's role, and he was
I
Ja
don't think
Rule.
I don't even think we really did the Ja Rule part. It was mostly just Ashanti.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who did it then? It was quiet, or you had like a backing track, or what?
No, we played instruments over it.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Ashanti. Is she good? I'm not really familiar.
No, she's not very good.
I saw her come up and I was like, oh, she's clearly not an actor and she's probably a musician. Who is she?
Oh, you didn't know who Ashanti
I,
was
I
on site?
I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, makes sense.
This was heavily advertised. Buffy the Vampire Slayer this week. Special guest star Ashanti. Tune in, everybody. And probably the same amount of people tuned in as always. But I saw Ja Rule live once, and there was a rumor Ashanti was going to make an appearance, and it was really exciting. And nope, she didn't show up.
Oh man, but
Mm-hmm.
the tension was in the air the whole
That
night.
it was, yeah.
That's cool. Uh, we met Xander comes in. He's got a date too. He tells him about it. We finally meet her, Chowan. I don't know how you say her
Yeah,
name.
I don't either really.
But Buffy, I like Buffy. She's like smiling and she's like, what'd she say? I
Yeah,
thought that was really good.
we get fun subtitles.
Did we? I didn't catch that.
Chowan?
I think maybe I had subtitles on the episode, so I
Oh
didn't.
my god. No, there's that's a running joke where like they don't actually understand what she's saying.
Oh no, I got
Like
that. And earlier she was like, I don't understand a word you guys are saying. She said that to them.
but Giles tries to like um translate
Oh, and
for
she
her a
has
few
lactose
times and she's
intolerance.
always wrong. That's right.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
tried, and then later he tries to give her
You're
milk, and she's
trying to
like,
kill me.
"Oh, that's funny." Jonathan's back. Jonathan slash the first, as Andrew called him. I thought that
Mhm.
was funny. And yeah, I didn't expect we'd still be getting Jonathan, but here he is. And he tells him like, "Hey, you're Buffy's friend, but you're still having to like pay back all the bad stuff you did. Why don't her other friend murderers have to do that? You're still low on the food chain, Andrew. You should kill them all." And that's the plan. He's going to go down in the basement and kill the potentials.
Yeah, but Andrew at this point is pretty devoted to the Buffy gang, so he's gonna wear a wire.
Yeah, big face
And
turn
yeah,
for Andrew. And I thought that was that.
next week we get the only Andrew centric episode of the series.
Really, I feel like that one was sort of pretty Andrew centric when he went to the. Where did he go? He like went to go get something from like a coffee shop. Where did he go? He went and like interacted with I don't know what I'm talking about. There was one where like Andrew had a big coming out episode.
Yeah, but this one is like it's like the season from Andrew's point of view.
Wow.
It's like it's sort of like selfless for Anya or Fool for Love for Spike, but for Andrew.
That's the next episode?
No, but next week we're doing two episodes, so it'll be the second of the two next week.
Interesting. It's so late in the run too.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a run in like outside with Spike's outside, and he's like, Buffy wants him to go contact that. Remember at the wedding, he brought like a prostitute to the wedding. She's like, contact that
I
girl.
don't believe she was a prostitute.
Oh, I thought she was. I thought that was like
No,
the deal they had going on.
I think it was just like a girl who was into him, and he was like, "Well, fine, I'll take you to this wedding to make Buffy jealous."
It sort of worked. Not really. I think it did.
It did
We're
kind
at the
of.
coffee shop. Alyssa is a little late, but it's fine. I thought Xander said espresso.
He did terrible job.
That's that me espresso. Am I right, guys?
I
Uh,
wouldn't go on a second date with a girl who said espresso at a coffee shop.
Especially in 2025. That's pretty rough. I
Yeah,
don't even
what
drink.
are you dumb?
I know it's not. I don't even drink coffee. But he doesn't even get coffee. He gets hot cocoa. That was
I,
funny.
I would too. I always get hot chocolate at Starbucks if I have to sit in a Starbucks.
We are doing some research. We can't find a lot on wood. That's not good. And then Giles has like all these graphic drawings that he was showing to Chow Ann of like this is what happens with vampires come around. You got to kill them or they'll kill you, stuff like that. And he says it's graphic, but it'll teach her. It's reality, you know. Uh,
Mhm.
we have to talk about Willow has been completely making out with this girl. Anya says, and Xander is out with some hardware store whore.
Yeah. They also say they've been holding hands under the table, trying to
Yeah.
hide their relationship, but it's not working. Everybody knows what's going on.
How come we don't get to see it?
It's still 2003.
It's only for them. It's not cool. We get some vampires. We go to the back alley. Like we're going on the date. We're looking for the restaurant. Wood and Buffy. He knows a
Mhm.
place, and then they get attacked. And then she realizes he fucking kills vampires too. Oh, I
But he
forgot about the
really
ending.
did. But he really did know a really good French place in that alleyway.
That was my favorite part. He wasn't lying.
Yeah,
It was really fancy too. She even commented on it.
it looked good.
They really did.
Mhm.
We I don't know what we do. We go in the restaurant. It's pretty fun. I thought everybody's like knows Buffy's not that good a counselor. He laughs at her
Yeah.
counseling abilities. And he tells the story about his mom. Is where we get his mom died when he was young, 4 years old, by a vampire. She was a slayer, right? And now she's dead. And so he's been trying to kill vampires ever since, trying to find the one that killed her, but he doesn't
Right.
know.
So the vampire, the Slayer that we saw Spike kill in the subway state, like on a subway train in Fool for Love, that is Wood's mom.
Yeah, when he was like punk, he was like, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Was it the same actor or no?
No. Apparently that was like a stunt woman we hired for that scene because it was just fighting and she couldn't really act. So we had to get a different actor.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But I had the thought whenever he was telling the story. I don't know if that makes me racist, but I was like, oh, I wonder if it's that one.
It
Maybe
is.
that does make me racist.
I mean, the
We
timeline, makes sense, right? Considering how old Wood is.
Yeah, but I didn't think about the like when it all clicked together. I was like, oh shit. Even when he saw Spike originally, I didn't think about it.
Mhm.
But Jonathan, oh, we wear a wire. I thought that was a cool reveal. I didn't know he was wearing a wire until we cut to them watching him wear the
Yeah,
wire.
like hanging around the basement listening.
Yeah. It was like the angel thing where he's like talking shit about gun, and then you see them watching outside, like you didn't
Hmm.
realize they were watching until that moment.
Yeah.
And then we see the reason that Lissa needed that rope was she's gonna tie Xander up, cut him open the seal. I don't know why everyone's trying to get this fucking vampire out of here.
Yeah, this the seal of Danzelthar. Everybody's obsessed with this thing this season.
Yeah, I would be too. That was evil. He's pretty spooky, but I wouldn't want him out there. Scary.
Well,
We
we learn more about what's going on in the Danzelthar seal next week, so
right.
this will answer your question.
Uh, so we all Spike like runs off to go uh find Buffy or whatever. Buffy says she's eating with him with Wood. She says this is maybe the best thing I've ever had in my mouth. What the heck? Why would you say that? And then he starts to feed her. He's like got it on the fork, like here you go, Buffy.
Hey, it happens when you're on a date at a
A
fancy
first date with your
restaurant. Yeah,
principal? I don't know.
with your principal.
That's weird. But then Xander's like dying, whatever. We show up, we save him. It's awesome. Uh Wood realizes Spike's a vampire. Uh oh the
And
yeah.
he realizes that Spike killed his mom.
Right. Is that at the end? Yeah, that's at the
Yeah.
end. More at the end.
Oh, right. That's when the first comes to him as his mom.
Right.
Mhm.
And we saw the vampire try to come out, and then it's like the seal shut back, and its arm got cut off. Is it going
Yeah,
to show back up with one arm, or it's just going to be healed?
all will be revealed.
Hmm. All right. And so Lissa, she's dead. Buffy decapitates her. That was pretty cool. We're all at home. Anya says Xander's slut ate him up. Chow Ann, she thinks that Giles is trying to kill her. Fun stuff there. Quips about orientation. Oh, this is when Xander says he's gay. Willow, make me gay.
Right.
That's very funny. And Giles is tired of quips about orientation.
Yeah, Giles is like, we're the ultimate evil. This is like the world
I
ending.
agree with him,
Yeah.
but I like it.
Everybody
You gotta
get your
have
shit
fun.
together. I agree. And especially because it's the last season of Buffy. And Buffy was always fun. We can't
Yeah,
just not have fun in the last season
but
of
it's in
Buffy.
character. It's
Yeah.
so perfect. God, this show rules. So we're all hanging out. Spike basically tells who's he talking to? Buffy? I don't know. We tell about the first and Andrew and how it said Spike like it's not his time yet. So Spike wants to leave
Right.
town so that it before it is his time and he does something evil. And but she says no, Spike, you got to stay. I made you good. I took your soul out. I trust you. You're gonna do the right thing. And then we talk about the principal, and then when you go to his home, he's talking to his mom. She says it was Spike, and then she says to thank me, and he says thank you. That's pretty weird.
Okay. That's it.
That's the episode, and I think MVP's got to go to Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm, yeah. LVP is Ashanti.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking Dawn, just because she's really not on the show the last few episodes.
She barely does anything in this episode. She like untapes the wire from Andrew and it hurts. Like that's like the
She
biggest
was
thing
kind of
she does
sweet
in this
there
whole
though.
episode.
She was like,
Okay.
you did a good thing, Andrew. That was very nice.
All
But
right.
like she's in it as much as Amanda, basically, and
Yeah, I
Kennedy. Like she
know.
does as much as those guys.
It's true.
But yeah, Alyssa, easy LVP. I don't know how to rank them. I haven't even done it yet. Do you want to go
I don't
first?
know. I feel like I like this one about as much as I like, or maybe a little bit more than that one him with the jacket.
I
They're
feel like
these
that
are
was very
both
low.
silly season 7 episodes. So if you
That's
find me
season
where I
seven.
put that and count up from there, we could do that.
All right, that's 80 between phases and dead things. So
All right.
up,
Yeah.
phases, something blue, the weight of the world, life serial, villains.
No, all right. Then maybe just right ahead of it.
So you are 79.
Yeah.
All right, between phases and him.
Yeah, that feels all right.
All right, I will go between. I don't know. Bring on the night and enemies.
Mm,
89. I really should have ranked
okay.
it before. I'm really bad at this. This is probably going to switch, honestly. But that's where it's going to be for now.